This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Hello, I'm Sister Brenda Shipp, National Superintendent of Sunday School of the Original Churches of God. Highlights of Sunday School Lesson. Lesson 7, April the 18th, 2021. Nehemiah, the captive cupbearer, rebuilds a nation. Text, Nehemiah, 2nd chapter, 11 through the 20th verses. Devotional reading, Daniel, 9th chapter, 4th through the 6th verse, and 15 through the 19th verses. In chapter 2 of Nehemiah, he describes his faith. Nehemiah receives the bad news about the state of Jerusalem. Nehemiah patiently waited on the Lord for directions, because it is through faith and patience that we inherit the promises. He that believeth shall not make haste, Isaiah 28:16. Your faith in God should bring a calmness to your heart that keeps us from rushing about and trying to do things in our own strength, what only God can do. We must learn how to wait and pray. These scriptures should help you when you are feeling nervous and you want to rush ahead of God. Look at Exodus 14 and 13. It says, "Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." In Ruth 3 and 18, it says, "Sit still until you know how the matter will turn out." Psalms 46 and 10 says, "Be still and know I am God." As we wait on God in prayer, He's preparing us to handle the situations we are facing in our lives. Nehemiah couldn't hide his sorrow. The king noticed that the cupbearer was carrying a burden. After his long journey, Nehemiah took time to rest. He also took time to get the lay of the land without arousing the enemy. A good leader doesn't hurry into his work, but patiently gathers the facts first. He gathers the facts firsthand and then plans his strategy. Leaders are often awake when others are asleep and working when others are resting. Nehemiah didn't want the enemy to know what he was doing, so he investigated the ruins by night. Nehemiah saw more at night than the residents saw in daylight, for he saw the potential as well as the problems. Nehemiah had been in the city only a few days, but he spoke of we and us and not you and them. He identified with the people and their needs. It was Nehemiah's personal burden for Jerusalem and his experience with the Lord that convinced the Jews that the time was right to build. The Jewish nobles accepted the challenge immediately and said, "Let us rise up and build." Nehemiah came with a new perspective on the problems and a new vision for the work. Liberating lesson. Many American communities are crumbling around the people who live there. Slumlords, a lack of funding rooted in historical inequities and unethical policing practices account for much of the problem. But cleanliness and maintenance are problems the residents can solve. Should a church vision for its community include upkeep and maintenance? What are some ways the church can motivate members to clean up and maintain their neighborhoods? What are some ways the church can pressure the city's leaders, as Nehemiah did, so that they take action? Application for activation. In today's lesson, we read that once Nehemiah safely arrived in Jerusalem, he went around inspecting the city walls at night and conducted a thorough survey of exactly what damages needed to be repaired. If we are truly concerned about rebuilding parts of our lives, we need to prayerfully assess what will be required. This week, make this a target of prayer in your own life. Be honest with yourself. Ask God to show you exactly what steps need to be taken. Only when we change lazy or sinful habits can we be freed to be what God wants us to be. God be merciful to us and bless us and cause His face to shine on us. Until next week, be blessed.
To the work we are servants of God, let us follow the path that our Master has trod. With the balm of His counsel our strength to renew, let us do with our might what our hands find to do. Toiling on, 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 toiling on. Let us hope and trust, let us watch and pray, and labor till the Master comes. To the work, let the hungry be fed, to the fountain of life, let the weary be led. In the cross and its banner our glory shall be, while we herald the tidings salvation is free. Toiling on, 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 toiling on. Let us hope and trust, let us watch and pray, and labor till the Master comes. To the work, there is labor for all, for the kingdom of darkness and error shall fall. And the name of Jehovah exalted shall be, in the loud swelling chorus salvation is free.